Heyo everybody and welcome back to DRG. Today, we are going to be playing with a mod that changes up the rooms. It's called Vaughn's Custom Rooms. One of the main reasons why I use MCR so much, which is Mission Content Revise, go check it out, it's very good. It recently got a big update, so, go check that out, it's fun. The main reason why I use that mod is because it changes up the mission rooms quite a bit. And, well, there's another one that changes up the mission rooms quite a bit, and we'll be taking a look at it. Currently, there's two versions of it. You'll see both of them down in the description below, but there is Vaughn's Custom Rooms Mixed and Vaughn's Custom Rooms. The mixed ones, just basically what it does is it takes all the templates in the game and mixes them with the templates that Vaughn has made. And then the other one is Vaughn's Custom Rooms, is just Vaughn's custom templates. And you might be wondering, what do you mean by templates? Well, when you go into a mission, some of the rooms are template-based, which means the cave just generates a hallway, and then it's like, okay, I'm pulling from, like, this pillar room. It's called Pillars 3, and it's just the pillars, and then it has a hallway that leads down to the base of the pillars, but you usually enter in on the top of the pillars, and you can, like, jump across, and then it has an exit out the other side of the pillars, or the entrance is on the bottom of the pillars, and then you have to walk all the way up. Anyway, that is one of the rooms. You probably know what I'm talking about from this description if you've played enough DRG. If you have played enough DRG, you've started to notice a lot of the templates, especially for Point Extract. I'm not too sure if Point Extract has more templates, but we are going to be taking a look at a lot of different things today. Mainly, I have an assignment mission that's going into this heavy extraction. We're going to be playing this heavy extraction, and then we're going to be going into a point extract map, because those are, well, this is the reason why we're doing my assignment. And then the second mission is going to be point extract, because I think that's a lot more interesting than anything else that this mod could actually give me, is just, does point extract have more templates? Because that is one of my problems with point extract. Anyway, let's get into the mission. Also, you saw my build over here. I am taking a fully shock-based stubby because you can't stop me. Something else I can talk about is the weapon maintenance, how I already have all of Driller completed and all of Gunner completed, but now I am struggling to get Breach Cutter, Smart Rifle, Deep Core, M1000, and Boomstick completed because I just don't like playing with, well, especially M1000 and Jury-Rig Boomstick. I am very almost done with them, but I just don't like playing with these two weapons. I don't know why GK isn't done, probably because I've been playing a lot with Drac, and they kind of fill the same roles. And then, I have to eventually do Loki and Breach Cutter. I don't like those two weapons. I guess saying I don't like them is a little bit harsh to them. I just kind of feel that they play exactly the same no matter the build that you take with them. And it's like, oh yeah, you could take roll controller spinning death with it. It still kind of feels like the same weapon, unlike whenever you can take O for Chard. This is already insanely weird. Okay, this is not the entrance room that I was expecting. This feels like a point extract map with just how... So, occasionally point extract maps have... Is that just like a fucking pit that goes into hell? That is just a pit that goes into hell. It also is a Resonite mass that has bugs in the starting room. That goes into a different room down there. That's massive, dude! That's 61 meters down. Okay, so there is a room that does do that. It is a large room. I think it's it's like a very big room, and it has a flat side and then a pit side, and the pit just goes down. I don't know where the fuck that guy is. Dude, I want out. I want out. There he is. Get him out of here. I don't like stalkers, dude. Oh my god. Dude, just having the opening room have a giant pit that goes into nothingness is absolutely insane. Like, I love that change to this mission. Is this just like... Do both of these sides go into, like, nothingness? No, this side goes into... This is... Okay, I recognize this template. It's kind of crazy, but I can see what's happening here. So there is one template where the drop pod lands on this hill here, and then you go out, and then there's a big-ass cliff that goes down here, and then there's like a little bit of plateaus here. It seems like they've taken that one template and just... Either there's a bunch of templates that are intersecting here, or it's just like they like punched it in the face and like, hey man, we're giving you a facial reconstruction surgery, and they just like absolutely like fuck my shit up, fam. It's cool, I love it, but holy hell, does that drop? That is my first intro to this mod. That drop is lethal, and that's kind of cool. There's also 2 dirt piles in this room, which is insanely weird, because how this mission works is usually it's a hallway to go into a dirt patch, and then it's a dirt patch in the room. I don't know if it's messing up that, or if it's not. Also, we have bugs that are incoming, I think. I mean, I assume it's bugs incoming because I've spent a while on this mission. That hit me, huh? Okay, well, Bosco, you need to like start digging real fast here, because I need to not be here. I did take a shock stubby build because I felt like people don't appreciate stock stubby all that much, and I can understand why people don't play with shock stubby. Oh my god. Okay, well, this is already kind of awful, because I am in hell right now. Okay, well, that's probably fine. I need to get a Steve, because apparently I have... Why do you decide to build on me? We are literally not going anywhere. We have not even gone a single place. Okay. We have a little bit of room to move in. This is already interesting, like, fighting terrain, because there's a stalker. I don't know where that stalker is. I'm just going to assume the stalker is not going to get me, because I heard him from below. I need to get down there for my turrets. Okay, well, we're gonna go back down. Going up is kind of easy. I did not kill that slasher. I need to be careful about him. That fucking... Get me out of here. I have no idea where that septic spreader is. That septic spreader is up there. I missed him, but it's fine. Why is there a stingtail that can see me through that? That is horrifying. You could just gently see them, dude. That's kind of funny. Alright, well, that guard's mine now. Come here, guard. Alright, we finally got a Steve. We're okay. Well, now we need to release the masses from here. And I assume that there's going to be a... stalker that comes for me through here. Though I'm not actually too sure what's going to happen here with the stalker. Because I heard him. Where's that stalker? There he is. Well, goodbye. I kind of forgot that I had hyperpropellant, to be perfectly honest with you. So I've just been playing this game with only one eye. Goodbye. I'm so glad that the hallways in this mission are also completely messed up. Oh my god. The terrain gen of this mission is lethal, dude. That was a leech that he just killed, that Steve just killed. That is... Yeah, this is... I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing with this mod. Because already, this mission is far and above more messed up than what I could ever imagine it being. Now, of course, it is one of the quote-unquote new missions, so I'm not entirely too sure how the terrain gen actually works here, but, I mean, like, you could see it right here. We have intersecting pathways. We have a, you know, a death drop to somewhere that already had bugs. Also, we can't do that Resunite, because we don't have enough Nitra. I don't know if it's gonna be one of those missions. Also, what is this dirt patch? Dirt patch goes to 2 places. That is... No, it goes to 1 place. The other place is just a hallway that is question marking around, dude. Before MCR fixed it with, like, Nitra bugs and a bunch of different, like, ways that you could fix having Nitra, like Nitra loot bugs and all sorts of different things, the main problem that I had with MCR was that it was just a lot harder to get Nitra in some of the bigger missions because, A, the mission structure just got changed, so you're not seeing as much Nitra as possible. Like, it's a 200 Morkite mission. There's only 200 Morkite worth of Nitra. Get my drift. So, in this large cave that's like, you know, a point extract map or something like that, it is just insanely hard to get... He ran? Okay, well, I was really hoping to hit him with a hyper propellant, so now I have no idea where he actually is. Well, this is horrifying. Where is he? There he is. Goodbye. So, a lot of the solutions just came from, you know, adding in extra things to get Nitra in the mission rather than having the Nitra be found on the walls. In this, I am worried about it, but not necessarily caring all too much, since it seems like I'm in hell. Okay, this is a little bit bad. Luckily, we have a insanely good stubby to, like, shock the swarm and make them sit still for a little bit. Unfortunately, my true path to hell is paved in good intentions. Oh my god. I thought I missed that guy. Okay, so call down a resupply. Dodge the stingtail real quick, because we need to get him a little bit closer so I can actually see him. Well, there you go. Why is there 2 ways to go outside of this room? This should only... Actually, there's 3 ways to go outside of the room. The way that we entered, the pathway with the dirt patch, and then this way? Oh my. Also, there's a wave? Oh, well, that's interesting. I just absolutely deleted my... Jesus! That's a bit horrifying. Okay, well, before that happens again, I'm platforming that so that doesn't happen. Okay, call down Molly over there so that she's not in the way of my turrets. And pray to God that I can deal with all of these bugs at once. Hi, buddy. Is that a stingtail that I just heard? Well, there was a stingtail. It wasn't the one that I was thinking about, because there is a septic spreader that dodged that, and also, you're not dead, huh? I hit your horn, huh? I really don't like the armor that is... I didn't hit any of those. Mactera, I was really hoping it did. I really don't like the armor that is unbreakable and reduces damage. Like, even if you have armor break. So, like, the Stingtail's horn... Steve is dead, apparently. The Stingtail's horn is one of those things that you hit, it reduces damage, is unbreakable, and is armor. Or the Twins armor, which is also... It's breakable armor. Armor break does nothing on it. The Scarabs have that same armor as well, which is kinda a little bit wild. So, what I'm noticing about this build is... Well, thank you, honestly. That was very helpful. Surprisingly. Just hyper-propellant those guys. I was trying to get a resupply. Go back here so the Stingtail can't actually target you. I don't know how the hell I'm alive. What no dash does to a guy, hoping that the stingtail actually gets you, and that he doesn't follow it up with a horn attack like they usually do. Also, apparently there's some nitro right there. Bosco or excuse me, not Bosco. What is his name? Steve has to be dead at this point, right? No, he's like killing some web spitters, dude. He's going through the phases of wanting acid spitters to be dead. Good job. Good job, brother. I love you. I can already tell this mission is going to be absolutely awful whenever it comes to destroying the glyphid eggs. Like, just like every other mission, whenever destroying the glyphid eggs comes into play, it's just hunting them down is going to take so much extra time, especially with all these different hallways, wherever else they're going. It's just not going to be a very good time. Luckily, we already have another resupply, because there is some, what is it called? Some nitro over there as well that I didn't actually get. Not a swarm on this one, just a normal wave, which I am kind of hoping... Normal dudes. I'm kind of hoping that a, comes from behind, which it absolutely is. So I'm gonna go this way, because it doesn't have a dirt patch, so I'm not too sure why this exists over here, but it'll probably be... Do I not have armor break on this? You know what? I'm surprised I killed as many stingtails with this as I did. Oh my. Okay, well that's on me, I guess. My complaints versus the stingtail, literally my own fault. That is the stupidest way to die. Did I actually, like, yeah, okay, I platformed a little bit too late, knowing that I was going to not make it, and I platformed myself perfectly. That is a hilarious way to die. That's horrifying. How am I gonna deal with this? I think the answer is I'm going to hide behind here and just... Get me out of here, Stingtail. That is not what I wanted. Didn't hit me. Alright, well, we're good. Alright, there should be... I don't know if there... Okay. Where is this nitro? Oh, this is the massive open room. This is the start room. That is insane, dude. That's weird. So there's two ways to get over here. That's kind of a bit cool. Also, you know, Steve's just absolutely going to town on that acid spitter for some reason. Actually, the other way around. So already, I am very impressed with this mod and what it's doing to the terrain gen, because I have to look at my... we're going that way? Wait, okay, now I'm confused. It seems like it didn't generate a dirt patch, or maybe it did. Maybe the way to go is up there, because it seems to connect at some point up here. Right? Bosco, can you just light this area? That's horrifying. I don't know. We're just gonna head up this hallway and see what happens here. Because this is... oh, wait, I could just walk up this, right? Yeah, I could just walk up this. I don't know if I can walk up this entire thing, though. That's the problem. And also, we're kind of in hell right now because Oh, that's not good. They're coming from literally everywhere. I don't want to be here. Luckily, it's just basic grunts, which means the plasma bursters are going to be really good for this. I, however, am going to get a... Yeah, you know what? Play some... this way. It's so dark. Okay, well, I guess I have to do that. It's so dark, dude. I cannot see. Thank you for the shadows mod absolutely existing on this mission. Probably should worry about my back, but it'll be fine, right? Just, I assumed you would be dead, to be perfectly honest with you. I tossed a literal explosive at you. Alright, well, my main issue is that I don't do any damage. I mostly just stun the bugs. Not a very good build for the grunt swarm that has to... The grunts can get to me. They have to go all the way around, so I'm just going to be sitting here for a little bit. We could get another resupply, too, which is a very good option, since I am out of plasma bursters. You know, it's a very good time whenever I'm wondering what the hell am I going to be doing with literally all these grunts, these guards that have so much HP. I don't have a power attack. That's not good. Yeah, that's a lot of bugs. That's a slasher behind me as well. Please kill the slasher. Still more bugs. I didn't get a resupply, and also I have to dig through this. Well, that's not good. I think another wave just spawned while I was trying to get a resupply from over here. Because I hear exploders and a menace. That is... And there's a Mactera behind me. This build is certainly something. Alright, I'm in the next room. That's horrifying. Luckily, it doesn't matter. I'm in the next room. I dug my way here, so I don't know the correct way to go from here. I found the terrifying device that will probably end up killing me, which is... There's a leech. Nice. The oppressor does... Okay. Also not good. I disturbed the... That's a lot of bugs. That is an insane amount of bugs. That is also, that's also a bunch of swarmers. I didn't like that one at one bit. Alright, well, that was... Certainly a way. Hey, the oppressor made it here. The oppressor didn't know how to get to me either. So maybe this cave is just entirely disconnected because the oppressor didn't stop digging, which is not a good sign for this. Usually you want to tell where the players, or you want to see where the players are going to go. I thought there was actually like a connection between the caves, between that big-ass hallway that goes up, but I'm not... Maybe this mod is still in work in progress, who knows? Because messing with the terrain gen is some of the... It can get real funky at times. Hey, we have another swarm. That's, I would say good news, but with this, with where I just arrived, this looks like an absolutely awful place to fight bugs. We'll be fine, alright? We have, plenty of ammo, we have a resupply here, we have a Molly that doesn't want to do what I ask her to do, which is stop being a nuisance. Good job at blocking that, you Mactera Brundle. I swear, the plasma bursters used to go through bugs. I will guarantee that on my life, because they didn't used to... I have a feeling they used to be a lot better. Lordy Lou, that's a lot of bugs. Please, where is a... It's a slasher, I don't want a slasher. With how... When did you get there? That's not good. So, how do I one-shot you, dude? Just toss another one. That saves you a bunch more HP than just waiting to get slapped, honestly. Surprisingly, I was right that it saved me a bunch more HP than waiting to get slapped. Absolutely insanity. We should toss another thing over here and also kill that guy. Because I need a resupply, and I also need to reload my turrets. Don't do it. Thank you. Please get me on the other side of this. I need to reload my turrets. My turrets are surprisingly a decent chunk of my killing power right now, which is something that I don't want to say, but it kind of is. How have I blasted this? I mean, the CC from this build is absolutely insane. Unfortunately, you know what Engineer really wants to do? Engineer really wants to kill bugs before he has to get into a place where CC matters. So that's really what is going through my brain while I'm playing with this build. Also, this looks to be the way to go. Have I like flipped a? Dude, I don't know what's happening with this mission. This terrain gen is awfully confusing. I would have played Scout. This is another pit area. This is weird. Also, this is insanely weird. Having this be like encased in crystal. I haven't seen that before. Of course, it could happen. Heavy Extraction is the mission that I've played the least, simply because of the nature of Heavy Extraction being barely a recent addition to the game. Get this out of here. I don't want this here. So that's a big part of why I'm kind of wandering around, not really doing anything, and also why Heavy Extraction takes me a long time to complete. Where is that guy? Get out of here. Dude, who needs armor break on hyper propellant? Just simply hit your shots on not armor. Like, actually, I don't have dash either. Get me up here. Hey man, there seems to be a lot more bugs than usual. Why is that, huh? Can we... Don't do it, thank you. Why was there all of a sudden a bunch of bugs? Also, there is... Dude, I wish I could have Fire Hyper again. That was a fun thing that existed. So, how did I come about this mod? I lurk mod.io basically every single day. I go check through the mod.io like recents, and I saw this on here, and then somebody recommended me to check it out on my past video, and I was already planning to like make a video on it, but that just like sealed the deal as it's going to be my next video. And so far, I am exceedingly impressed on how confused I get on Heavy Extraction. Who knows why that is? I could also, like, just continue playing with it for the foreseeable future, because, mission content revise is fantastic, though there is some things that I don't really like, mission content revise doing recently, which is most of the changes to the nades is something that I'm not really too enthused about, but it's fine. But this has been great. I really hope that isn't I'm sure. Don't do it, thank you. Just hit your shot. Hit your shot, apparently. Maybe maybe I'm phasing through his armor. Maybe the projectile is going too fast for him to like really recognize the fact that I'm hitting armor, and the game's just like, just kill him. Just get rid of this guy. He's dead. Maybe that's what's happening. Also, is anybody else tired of Heavy Extraction always having these switchbacks? They are not my favorite hallway design. They're fine, but it's just, I get tired of having switchbacks all the time in Heavy Extraction. It is a very noticeable feature about this mission type that I wish didn't exist naturally. I wish it like had two Heavy Extractions layouts that it could pull from, which is vertical, like they usually always are, or horizontally, like donut shaped, which would be pretty cool. I wish it was more of it picked one at the very start so that you at least don't get the switchbacks every single Heavy Extraction, because it just happens. We've been here? This is how that connects? Oh my, okay. So we are now back at the start of the mission. We have to go find out where the other Resionite mass is. I already have an idea of where it is. It's down here. A wave just spawned, but that shouldn't be that bad. Go through this hole. The oppressor made a hole through here. This isn't the correct way to go, as I figured out, but hey, this is where I'm going. Place down your turrets because we have a swarm. Try to place it up here so that they can see over the rocks. The bugs are here. Terrifying, alright. The bugs are really here. We should get two... We should get two swarms here. I'm surprised that I dodged the first one, to be completely honest with you. Just simply hit your shots. I did not hit my shot. That one I hit. I don't know how... How do I hit that shot, but not the other shot? Like, that is a wild one to me. Okay, well, yeah, get me in here. Okay, well, I guess I die. Ooh, we are alive? Toss that over there and try to reload your turrets. Hopefully the Stingtail died. Yeah, hopefully the Stingtail died. Why are you so close to me? I mean, I know why he's so close to me, but why are you so close to me? I guess the reason why... Simply hit your shot. Hit the horn. That's what it... That's why if I hit anywhere else on the body, it probably just instantly explodes, right? I'm just going to assume I'm fine with getting that. That is a Tri-Jaw. Tri-Jaw needs to die. Hopefully it'll die too. Shock. It definitely did not. I shot it to death. Forgot that I had Steve available to me that entire time. Surprisingly, this turret has been, like, even though that it's been exactly one turret, it has been, like, doing so well. Let's refill the other turret so it can get a little bit of a kill count. I would like to flatten out this area and start placing, like, platforms in the center so that the bugs have to, like, do a wild, like, ring around the rosy to get to me, but, like... Who cares at that point? I would just like to level this out. This is where the other Resonite mass is. And somebody said it's Resonite. Dude, I don't care how it's said. I like saying Resonite because it's more fun in my mouth to say. That's why. Alright. So this is also a very weird room. There is a flat section up there that there's no real way to get up to without having a... zipline or like platforms, or you just can't make this up here. Of course, really, game, you want to like fuck off? Like, I can make that. Okay, now you're just being an asshole. Come on, man. It almost generated in a way where I could genuinely make it up here without having... That is a asshole location to place that. Holy Jesus! Did that make a noise, dude? I mean, I wasn't paying attention if it made a noise or not, so you know what? We can chalk it up to the game being an asshole, or me being an idiot. Yeah, you have that big upper area over there that feels like it should be an area that's been marked out for a machine event, but it doesn't have a machine event. It's just a weirdly flat area with a bunch of these, like, rocks here, which, note, I'm enjoying these rocks being in the way. I think it makes Driller a lot more valuable to have in these areas. And also, another thing that I'm looking forward to is playing with Mole. This is Mole heaven, dude. Absolutely Mole heaven. And that's how I look at these Ks right now. It's just like, that's 2 penetrations. This can be a 3rd penetration if you, like, I get a little bit deeper down into the muck there. It is like a good sign that has been like fucked up enough. All right, there is a swarm. Should we stay for the swarm? I mean, there's a bunch of bugs on me right now that I could genuinely stay for the swarm. I thought that was a septic spreader shot. Turns out it's just nitro falling from the literal sky for some reason. So I think I'm gonna stay for the swarm because it's kind of fun to stay for the swarm. I think I just heard a stalker. Unfortunately, now that I think I heard a stalker, I have to be a lot more quiet because the just possibility of there being a stalker is just too great for me to just not gloss over it. So I'm gonna be a little bit more quiet than usual. I don't think there is a stalker, because otherwise I would be punished for, you know, fucking existing already, which is something. Why do you exist like that, dude? Why do you get to attack and spin at the same time, dude? I don't like them. I think they're genuinely fine, alright? Yeah, there's just no stalkers. Stalkers are not part of the swarms. They're just part of the passive waves, just to flick me off, dude. You know what? There's some words that you shouldn't combine together to make weird ones. That's guaranteed to be one of them. Don't make that the same mistake as I do, kid. That's a bad decision. God, it's such a good mod that is ruined by the fact that it's a 32 dot. This mod here, the like one where I shock and then it shocks in an AoE around it. It is such an actual like great mod idea, and it's significantly powerful one if it lasted longer or did more damage. I'm like completely out of ammo apparently. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, apparently. Me, don't do it. I'm amazed that he didn't actually do it, dude. Because, like, I don't have to deal with swarmers. Swarmers being next to bugs, actually fantastic. Anyway, let's get out of this mission. I don't want to be here anymore. This build is fine. Maybe a little bit. Maybe the waves that were just previous were very hard to deal with. I don't know. Anyway, let's get out of here and let's go to a point extract mission. Just to see what they did to that terrain generation, because I am very interested to see that. You know what this cave reminds me of? This cave reminds me of... There was a... I don't know why I'm getting this one. There was a cave in the beginning of the game, like the first release. You can see it on some of my legacy videos of DRG, where it was a open room. You walk into an open room, and it's just in the center of the room is a hole that leads upwards. I almost failed to do that in time. It's just a hole upwards, and I think I was playing Gunner at the time, so it took me so long to actually get up that room, because the zipline didn't actually go that high. I'm just better off, like, hitting you in the face, right? Yeah. Well, goodbye. Anyway, that was a fun mission. I will see you on the point extract mission now. Alright, so we're going down into Dense Biozone in a point extract mission, and this is what I'm excited by, is point extract, templates, or is it like random terrain gen? And if it's random terrain gen, that could get really, really weird. This one is very open. This looks fine. Oh my, yeah, that's a little bit bad. This is not a template, or at least a template that I recognize, like, by heart. This is something a bit weirder. Also, the thing spawned all the way over there. That's possibly not good. Also, this is the wrong build for this, but I don't think it really matters. I don't think it's going to matter. The big problem is if this is random terrain gen... I hate oppressors. Pardon me, everybody. I need to shoot this oppressor before my turrets absolutely eat all the ammo in the world. Apparently, I also need to kill this spitballer before it... Shoot, who cares? Hi, spitballer. This is an insanely open room. Like, okay, so it didn't spawn in a different room like I was afraid of, because when you start messing with the terrain gen of point extract, there is a very high chance that you are going to get a point extract that's just in a hole, essentially, by itself. I've seen a lot with MCR, and I was really worried about this game also, or this mod also doing it, but it seems like at least this time it didn't do it, because I'm assuming it will do it, because that's one of the things that just needs to be bug tested a bunch from point extract. Why is there so many bugs coming from that specific way? We'll never know. Anyway, we can see a lot of the cave from the point extract platform, so we don't have to go out a lot from this place to actually... Also, it kind of did just spawn in a hole. Like, you can see it carved a bunch of the terrain, which you normally don't see. So it definitely can just spawn directly in a hole, which is terrifying, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, is that room the entirety of the is that room the entirety of this map? That big open room over there? Is that it? Because that's really weird, then. I might try a different thing here, where I might actually, like, play a bunch of point extracts, or not play, like, generate a bunch of point extracts, just to see if it could spawn in a hole and get back to you about it. That could actually be a fairly interesting thing. I need to shoot that over there twice, because, there's a lot of bugs over there. Yeah, just continue shooting over there. Where's the warden? Well, there's a warden. Warden's also gone bye-bye. There's probably also another warden. I mean, there guarantee is another warden, because we saw the other warden's, like, effect, dude. Yeah, he's up there. Bosco, or excuse me, yeah, Steve's getting him, dude. Get him, Steve. Let you go, a girl. We also still haven't gotten the quartz, like, literally right there. That is kind of insane. Can I just tell you, it feels nice to play with base breach cutter every once in a while, because I've been playing with, like, spinning death and roll control so often, because I've been playing with to do videos and stuff, and also, you know, spinning death is just my natural, like, living space, dude. It just feels nice to just equip lightweight cases and just know how to use this freaking weapon. And it also is consistent in how it actually shoots and how much damage it deals. It's just nice, dude. Isn't there supposed to be, like, a billion bugs? There you go. And also, I think this swarm that spawns has to have, like, isn't based on the... What am I trying to say here? Isn't based on the actual mission pool, because I've had this thing have what is it called, the swarmers on it, but the mission doesn't have swarmers. Like, I've played this mission for, you know, 20 minutes, and I mean, that doesn't mean anything, to be perfectly honest, because there is, what is it? There is I forget what I was going to say. Good job, me. Also, there is 7 quartz on this map. Is that it? No other quartz? No, there's one more, okay. I was thinking that there was just 7 that spawned, but no, it spawned 8. Is that... No, it spawned 9, actually, because you can see another quartz right over there. I wonder how many... I actually do wonder how many quartz spawns in a 7 quartz mission or a 10 quartz mission, if it's always going to be 9 quartz spawns and, like, 12 or 13 spawn. Because that would actually be some interesting knowledge to have. And that's the video done. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to go around and see some terrain generations. Maybe play it through some more point extracts just to see how it goes. and I will get back to you all at the mission end screen, I guess, or like a little bit after the mission end screen. I'm not actually too sure how I'm gonna place that down. Who knows? There's a stalker on this mission? Oh my god, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I was on this mission for 10 minutes. Stalker didn't show up until then. What a weird time. So I booted up one more point extract mission, and yes, the point extract did spawn in a location where I actually had to dig to it, so be careful when playing with this mod without a driller on point extract, and possibly even refinery. I don't know about that. Refinery is going to be the next video I make of this mod, because making a refinery even weirder would be a bonus. I love it. Anyway, you all have a wonderful night. Hope to see you all again.